Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream from the glorious world of Vera. And we have an exciting showcase to give you all today. We're going to be talking about our event system. And I am actually joined by three of our absolutely wonderful developers with whom you've spoken with in the past on some other live streams. We have one of our glorious engineers, Clayton. Clayton, how you doing, buddy?
Wow, absolutely wonderful, glorious. What an introduction. I'm doing great.
I know,
Really,
right?
really,
There's so many
excited
words
to show off all of our hard work. So
very excited to see it with you and excited to chat with the community about it. I know you guys have been doing a lot of hard work on this. We also have two of our wonderful designers. Scott, how you doing, buddy?
Excellent. I'm very excited to be here.
Yay! And Amy, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Last time I was here, we took down 2 mocks, so I'm ready today. I'm playing cleric again, so yeah, I got your back.
Thank you. Okay, so you heard it here first, folks. If I die,
we know whose fault it is.
It's of course not my fault. It would be the cleric's fault. No. But okay, so where are we? We are in a familiar biome. Many of you guys should be expecting where we are. We are in the wonderful Riverlands.
Yep, we are a little bit east of the last live stream location, which was the Winstead node.
Yeah, I see Carfin in the distance.
Yep, Carfin is even further east from Winstead, so we're kind of sandwiched between Winstead and Carfin right now. No big curse happening right now, so it's a nice day out.
Okay, so it's a nice day out. There's not like any type of blood curse or undead roaming the area?
No, not at the moment, no.
Okay, very cool. And what are we doing here in the Riverlands? Talk to me a little bit about what has brought us out here. And I'm going to jump off my glorious steed here while we talk about that.
Absolutely. So we're actually just out here to kill some mobs, grind some experience, get some resources maybe out of the land here, and eventually the world should react to that, and we could potentially create an event here.
I see a web weaver. So our objective right now is we're going to be showing off obviously the event system, and part of that event system is that it can take a whole host of different predicates to kind of kick off different types of events. Clayton, talk to me a little bit about what that means.
Oh, he's on me. Yeah, as soon as I'm not dying. But yeah, so the event system, it can query a lot of different aspects of the dynamic world state. Right now, it's actually just tracking player activity in the world, and for this event in particular, and it's looking for us to kill some stuff. So we're out here killing some stuff, and eventually the event should trigger once it's detected enough player activity.
Very cool. And this type of predicate, that is essentially the
activity map
for killing. Yeah, the activity map. That's not the only way that these events can get kicked off. There's a whole host of different ways that they can also get kicked off. For
sure. Yeah, so we have a really, really awesome system that the designers have access to that lets them hook into really any dynamic world state and use that to inform the instantiation or even just like the progression of any event.
Very cool.
Yeah,
these spiders are gross.
Scott, what are some plans that you have for different predicates for instantiating some of these events?
Yeah, so obviously we just got this kind of generic sort of kill one here that we can use for all sorts of different things for tracking player activity. Big bear time. We also are looking at the amount of resources that players can harvest as a predicate. We have story arcs that are going on, so active story arcs could cause different events to start. Trade caravans happening, relationships between different nodes,
and also just the state of the nodes themselves.
Oh, you can let him beat me up here because it's kind of cool.
He's charging you.
Yeah. He will throw you around. Those bears can really catch you off guard if you let them.
Okay.
So
I see that a nearby event has started.
Yep, the predicate has been met.
Yep.
Oh, and I see now on the minimap we have a little bit of a location for it.
Yeah, so just to the south of us here, we were just kind of, the event has kind of kicked off because of just us killing stuff in the area here.
Yeah, and we might see some visual indicators over the hill here in a second.
And so when one of these events kick off, it's not just obviously notifying players based off of their proximity with the minimap and with the UI toast that pops up, but also, as you said, Clayton, we have a visual indicator in world that's also routing the event as well.
Yeah, for sure. Scott can probably touch on the diegetic nature of all of our narrative content and the goals there, but.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we get too close, I'm seeing that there's some Gray Shore archers and a Gray Shore swordsman. Ooh, okay, all right. Oh, should I join this event as a defender team?
We should definitely, yes.
That'll allow, if some other players do come around while we're playing, that'll allow them to join the event raid group with us. So we've effectively taken the party that we had pre-formed and merged that into a new raid group.
Okay, I slept a couple of these of the highwayman captains.
There's some of them on the settlers right now. Oh god.
No, okay, and the settlers are an objective type that exists within this particular
Look at the
event,
archers.
right?
Yep, exactly.
Killing crap out of me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a lot
Yeah,
of them.
no, they're sniping from up on top of the rocks.
Thanks, Amy.
What? Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go for the long
Scott's
bowman.
down. Oh god.
Oh no.
Okay, the event difficulty did change though.
Why did the event difficulty change?
That's a good thing. It means we got backup. There are people here to help us. And
Oh yeah, I see them up on the hill.
Where?
They're up on the hill. They're coming down.
Oh, they joined the raid. They joined the raid.
Okay, we're distracting the bandits from the settlers right now, so that's good. None of them have died. Caravan integrity is good.
Okay, I see the caravan integrity on the event notification window.
It looks like they're mostly just going for the settlers right now.
Oh no, those poor settlers.
We've kept them up.
Nope, I just saw one die.
Oh god, two of them went out at once. All right.
It's the
Why did you
arsonist.
say something?
I know. We almost said it.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. They would have been fine.
So
Alright,
our objective here is to protect these settlers while we eliminate 20 of these highwaymen.
Okay.
Whew. Okay, but there's probably another wave coming.
Yes.
There's still some Gray Shore people around.
Oh, I see some of them coming from northeast. There's an arsonist coming.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, and some from downhill northwest too. Scott, why are they coming from the north?
So we're actually pretty near one of our POIs, which is actually under bandit control. The aptly named Highwayman Hills is just over the corner, just around the corner here. So they'll be attacking NPCs kind of in this area until such a time as players deal with it via a story arc.
And the settlers
this
were
isn't
trying to keep these guys alive, right?
Okay.
All right, we did it.
All right.
Okay.
To survive.
Okay. So it says prepare for the final assault. So this is staged based off of our kind of our progress, our activity, our success. What is this?
Yeah. So we defeated the requisite number of bandits there,
Oh, what are these?
which is going to progress the stage here. And during this stage here, we can reset some of the traps that the bandits used to initially destroy the convoy. And we can use those against the bandits in the next phase, which is actually more difficult. So
Yeah, we'll definitely
Okay.
need them. Whenever the bandits do come with reinforcements, they're probably going to be bringing their best. So
especially because we have more players now. So the difficulty of the event will be more when there are more players. And of course, like all things in Ashes, the more difficult the challenge, the better the rewards.
And
Very nice.
also, our clerics can have some time to heal up the settlers and hopefully set us up for success whenever the next round does come in.
And how do we leverage the reward system? How are people getting calculated what rewards they should get
So
for events like this?
we have kind of a number of metrics that we can use. I think we're going to be doing a lot of testing to figure out what the best metrics are, because there are some ups and downs using like the amount of damage you've done, in the raid and stuff like that. And we're also like more relaxed things like how much time you spent, participating in the event, whether that's doing damage or healing allies and things like that, as a percentage of the total time of the event. They all have their drawbacks and benefits. Some are we got to be careful about.
Yeah, But yeah, we'll just count up the contribution. However, we end up balancing that, and then we have different tiers of rewards that are given to each individual player based off of their contribution score in the event.
As it works right now, it is just simply a matter of how much time you've participated in the event as a percentage of the total time of the event.
Very nice. And so as that winds down, people will be, granted a gold, silver, bronze tier kind of reward status, and that will be the entitlement for the types of rewards they get from these events.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and really that's just going to determine the reward table that they're going to get, and then each player is going to roll their own reward table independently.
Very nice.
I hope I'm gonna get rewarded for all the healing I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve it.
A raid leader?
Yep, our timer is up, and Corvin the Crusher appears to be on the way. Oh God, he's coming.
No.
All right.
We're gonna need healing almost immediately.
Oh my God,
Yep.
there's a lot. I'm gonna try to sleep some of them. Oh, never mind. There's multiple balls of lightning. Let's see if I can line this up right.
I'm gonna try and use the wraps as best I can.
Man, this is really great.
Oh, I am on fire.
We have them in a choke point right now. We definitely want to keep them away.
Oh, there's birds.
We want to keep them away from the caravan and in this choke point.
I got him to trigger the trap over here.
I'm hitting them with a lot of AoEs right now.
Oh, whoops.
And the only objective here, as you can see from the tracker, is to kill Corvin. So until Corvin goes down...
Yep. I'm trying to prioritize their healing and DPS so that we can have a better chance here. I think with the raid group of 8, we seem to be set up for success here.
Oh, Corbin the Crusher.
Hey,
He looks scary.
Scott, would either of you want to touch on the event difficulty tier and what we intend to do with that as more players join the event?
Well, sure.
Yeah,
As
go ahead.
soon as people join in, it just gets more difficult. I don't know if you saw, but we had a toast saying that the event has progressed from its original state as a group event to a raid level event. It was better in level, and of course it comes with more challenges, more optional objectives, but also more rewards. So it's never going to be like a bother to have other people join you. It's all part of being in a like multiplayer environment. Is the more friends join up with you, the better.
Yeah, I think it's cool that you touched on the rewards because the designers have the ability, just from a technical perspective, to use the difficulty tier however they like in the event. They can modify any aspect of the event's difficulty, or even, the reward that you're getting. They can query that in the reward table data.
We're doing pretty good here. This caravan hasn't really been taking much damage at all.
Yeah, we've been able to hold him off pretty well.
Yeah, the tank was able to intercept him at that choke point, so...
Yeah, the traps seem to be working too.
This elite healer is rough.
Yeah, they should be very hard to kill.
Some of the Grey Shore swordsmen and the archers are still alive.
We can change that. We have the technology. There we go.
Oh, we did
Corvin's
it!
down. We win.
Congratulations! Is there rewards?
Well, there's also a grateful settler here presenting us the reward. Maybe he has something to say.
Let me talk to him. Greetings, grateful settler. Praise Ariok! They might have killed us without your intervention. Please, help yourself. I will help myself. Thank you. Thank you. What type of supplies are we talking about?
Oh, you're one of those heroes.
Unbelievable! I mean, this was a difficult task.
You should just head over to Highwayman Hills and join the bandits, Steven.
Unbelievable, Clayton. Unbelievable. I am a hero in this. I'm a mayor of a local node.
Oh my God.
A shame it came to violence. We are hopeful we could leave that behind on Sanctus. Okay, yeah, I'm hopeful of that too. But sometimes we can't just get what we hope for. So, whoa, we got some wool.
Yep. We got some wool.
Okay. I got some wool. That's
You're also
cool.
granted, on the event's completion, you're granted like a little stipend of golden experience just right away. But items that can be looted off your body, they have to come from like a reward chest. So every event will have its own little reward cache at the end of it that you'll grab your materials and items from.
And I
And of
actually
course-
got some ashen timber as my
Wait,
reward.
why'd you get ash and timber?
Well, I got that reward from my reward table. Maybe I
Oh,
participated better than you, so I got a better resource.
How dare you? I was out there doing a lot of work.
And Scott, this NPC, he's also configured to actually interface with some of the story arc content too, right? If those story arcs were online.
It's true, yeah. I think it is online actually. It should.
It's just not active.
check it.
story
Check
arc.
it again, Steven.
Oh, okay. Where am I going?
Talk to the guy again. I think you might have missed a dialogue option, or it didn't pop
Oh,
up yet.
here we go. Okay.
The top one.
Who are these people?
No.
Why were they who are these people? Let's see. They're desperate folks who prowl the hills. Captain Eudoxia in Lionhold is looking into the matter. I should seek her out and find if there is a better way I could help around here. You know what? I will do. Oh, okay. Here we go. I see a lot of different placeholder rewards. A bridge too far.
Yeah, the rewards for a lot of the quests are still not fully done yet. But the events do hook into all of our story arc content. So if there are story arcs online, we can, like, since our quests are non-linear, events can help you kind of into those quests. If they're online, this event can happen whether or not the story arc is online. But if it is, you can pick up the lead in to that quest from him. If you're not, if you haven't been to Lionhold in a while since the story arc has started.
Very cool. And so obviously, people saw a little bit during this event that the adaptive difficulty was predicated on the number of participants that opt in to partake in this event, right?
Correct. Yes. So as more players join, the event does get more difficult. We went from the regular mobs to the elite mobs in Corvin's entourage. Some of them can be, more enemies to fight. Some can have completely different stages or mechanics, depending on what the event actually is and what your objectives are for that event.
And these events are based off of different predicates within the world state. So, for example, this particular event was a caravan that was moving throughout the world. And as we said in the beginning, it was based off of the activity heat map of players within this area. But this type of event, this caravan event that was transiting goods, popped up because nearby nodes may have either been advancing the relationship between each other, or there might have been a trade caravan that got kicked off in the past, and we're representing kind of that theming within the world by these event types, correct?
Yes. So events are predicated by things that players are doing, whether that is node development, trade agreements between nodes, all of that, like relationships between nodes. So it could be more than just that. Could be war states or anything like that as well.
So
Very cool. Love it.
I noticed that even though we succeeded in the event, we're still in our event raid group. Scott, what's the thought behind that? Are we supposed to go and adventure with our new group right now? If we so desire?
If we so desire, yeah. The event ending doesn't dissolve the open party for the event. The open parties have some sort of default party configurations that can't be changed, so they'll be stuck with a group loot and stuff like that. But we do try to encourage people to continue to stick together and play together. The game is hard, so
Somebody
it's
just
good
left.
to play. Yeah, it's good to play with friends. Yeah.
I just left the raid. I don't want to play with you.
Oh my
Well,
God. He's going to join the bandits. I called it.
Yes, I'm looking for the highwayman to help bandits.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, and then obviously we saw during the event, there are obviously multiple stages that exist, each of those stages having unique mechanics associated with them. There are a lot of different types of events, Aimee, that you and the narrative team and Scott that you guys are working on creating. Each of those event types will have different similar stages. Like we saw there was a trap stage here that we can set up. Is it intended that these stages are going to provide players with kind of downtime to recuperate and also perhaps set up and strategize how they want to address the upcoming challenge?
Well, I don't really know about you, but my heart's beating right now. I feel like we've been challenged, and of course there's going to be moments where there are challenges which rely less on your class kit than usual.
Right.
But I think that in general, if you want to like really get down and understand the story and the appreciate the world, then probably you're going to want to focus more in the story arcs where you can take things at your own pace.
We have
cool.
some events that do other things, like there could be some that are just puzzles. We have an event in here that is actually just like you can attend a funeral for just an NPC that can pop up. And there isn't actually any combat to do in that one. Rewards are adequately scaled, but there are events in here that are just kind of for flavor and for fleshing out the world a little bit too that you can participate in and learn more about.
Yeah, I think there
Very
are going to
cool.
be some moments where you might be like frustrated that an event is like obscuring something that you want to get to, like a NPC that you need to talk to for your quest or something. So then gathering people to help you is going to be really useful.
Awesome. Very cool. And that event there at the last stage had kind of like a little mini boss dude. Is that kind of a component of all events that you guys are intending to incorporate, or just kind of some events will have those mini bosses?
Some will have them. There's going to be a whole lot of these, and they're going to be at different tiers of challenge and kind of, I guess, like power level tiers. They're not all going to be defeating the end all dragon being at the end. Some are just about helping people. There's some are about just building up the world of Vera, which is a very difficult and challenging place as people are trying to resettle it. There's all kinds of tiers for different levels of heroism, from helping the small time people to downing giant foes.
And these are obviously a bit different than what people have seen previously with Carfin, where we showed off kind of the story arc system that fundamentally changes a particular location or area for an extended period of time that exists within stages that might be multi-days in length. These are more bite-sized, kind of digestible, end-to-end 20-minute gameplay, right?
Right. Definitely much shorter than a story arc, which, as you mentioned before, is meant to be taken kind of at a slower pace. Your individual path through the story arc is a little bit more measured, like you're less reliant on like the pace of the actual story arc. It's more about your own personal paces through the quests, and then as the story arc advances over time, like over the course of days, then you can dive back into it and get more involved in it again.
Very cool. And then if there are people who might be problematic to a particular event, like this Jindrak guy. Oh, okay. I think it's triggering again. Like this Jindrak guy, we could attack them or something, right?
Oh, sure. We could, yes. We could all just decide
if you were aligned with the bandits, maybe.
Oh.
And there are some events that do have you pick sides in PvP.
Like I put his shield on.
Whenever Steven joined this event, he had one option to just merge us into the event raid group. This was a PvE event, but there are going to be events with sanctioned PvP where there are multiple team options to join.
Got it. Okay, very cool. Well, I'll let Jindrak live this time. Guys, that was a super exciting event showcase. I know that the community love to kind of see this stuff. Obviously, events are an integral component of making the world feel kind of dynamic and representative of what is happening around the area. It gives people insight into particular locations and the type of activities that might be occurring, but it also gives really interesting ways for us as players to interact with that environment and affect change as well, and be rewarded for that activity. I think it's super cool. You guys have done a great job with standing up the event system and populating the world with really compelling activities. So thank you for showing us a little bit of the work you guys have been doing towards Alpha 2. I know that the community loves it, and we'll be back on stream to talk a little bit more about this.
All right. Thanks
Bye, guys.
for having me, Steven. Bye.
Thanks, Steven.
Absolutely. Bye everybody.